So if somebody asks us, what's the sterilization rate of Taipei, of Taoyuan, we had no idea. Sterilization is very important, but the way we did it was wrong.
Spend the next 20 minutes feeding your brain with Formosa Fauna so you can become smarter than all of your friends. Since its founding in 2016, Faith for Animals has helped spay and neuter dogs across Taiwan, preventing approximately 360,000 puppies from being born each year. Otis Kuo is both director of the organization and a veterinarian, offering a strong perspective on stray population management within Taiwan. We welcome Otis Kuo. Thank you for joining us.
Hi, Ron.
And what exactly does Faith for Animals do?
Since 2012, we try to reach out to the animal feeders or the volunteers around Taipei, New Taipei, Keelung, even to Taoyuan, if they need to neuter their dogs. And some of them, they really need the help to catch them. So we had the skill of catching dogs back then. So we help them around. We have a small truck which other volunteers donated to us. So yeah, we students, there are like 5 or 7 of them. We use this truck in turn, and we take our own cases around the northern Taiwan and try to help these feeders to catch their dogs. Okay. So we've been doing that for, I think, since 2012 to 2015. And we could sterilize maybe 800 female dogs a year. I think it's already a really big amount because we are all volunteers. Some of us are still studying. Some of us have a part-time job. Part-time because we want to do this, yeah. But we still didn't feel like the dogs are actually decreasing in a whole. Because if you look into the shelters in Taipei back in 2012, there are still so many puppies entering the shelter every day. So we kind of feel like things are not working. So in 2015, I left Taiwan to travel. I traveled to many countries in that year, and I learned a lot from them. And what they told us is first, you must have your own organization. We can't work just as a student club. Yeah. And the second one is they told us sterilization is very important, but the way we did it was wrong. And the wrong means if you really want to decrease the population by sterilization, you have to reach a sterilization rate at least 80 to 70 or 80%. Yeah, and for us, we never thought about that because we sterilize dogs case by case. Whoever asked us to go there to help them, then we went there. So if somebody asks us, what's the sterilization rate of Taipei, of Taoyuan, we had no idea. Yeah, so this is the first point that we were wrong. We didn't reach a higher intensity. And the other problem is for dogs in Taiwan, actually many of them, many dogs with owners who they kept outdoor, they didn't sterilize them. So many dogs with owners keep breeding. So if we just sterilize the stray dogs, but we don't do anything for these dogs with owners, it's not going to work. Yeah, so we miss this whole part about the dogs with owners. Yeah, so that is why Faith for Animals were founded. We set our goal as a high-intensity sterilization program at the very beginning. So we have to focus on the 80% sterilization rate, and we have to do dogs with and without owners. The way to actually realize it is we have to walk from door to door to do an actual survey to find out all the unsterilized female dogs in the region we want to do our project.
Yeah. And that's how you get the number of this, how high the sterilization rate is?
Yeah, it's not only we get the number, we actually sterilize them. It's like
Okay.
it's like if we want to do the project in a neighborhood, we go from door to door to check if they have any female dogs that needs to be spayed. And if we found one, we will like have a mark on there. So that house would be a mission. So like we
You mark them.
Yeah,
Sounds like a movie or something.
yeah, but we don't physically mark them. We mark them digitally. We have a digital map, but it's true. We mark them, and so after you survey the whole neighborhood, you might have maybe 15 marks, and then we will go there again to persuade them. Or some of them, they couldn't catch their own dog. Sometimes it's the case.
Wow.
Yeah, so we have help them to catch them, and some of the marks might be dogs without owners. So we work with the feeders to catch them. Yeah, so the whole project is we try to find out the dogs, mark them, and then try to erase the mark by sterilize them. After we complete all the like separate missions, then the sterilization rate will be like 80% or higher. Yeah.
Wow. So then you
Yeah.
go neighborhood to neighborhood,
Yeah.
sort of, and try to educate people. And yeah, how do you educate people? Because some people, I would imagine, are just very stubborn.
I think we don't really educate them a
Okay.
lot. Yeah, because education is like a really long-term thing. But what we're doing now is try to decrease the population. So we focus on persuade them to let us sterilize the dog.
So let's
Yeah.
say you knock on my door today, and I have a dog. I have a
Yeah.
lot of dogs,
Yeah.
and none of them are sterilized. And you say, "Hi,
Yeah.
are your dogs sterilized?" I say, "No." And where do you go from there?
At first, we will ask them why didn't they do so. We found like maybe 50% of them will be very happy for us to sterilize for them because we offer free spay and even free transportation, and
wow.
that 50% of them they might they don't want to spend money, or they didn't have time, or they didn't recognize it as an important factor.
Okay.
Yeah, so 50% of them would be easy ones, and
Okay.
maybe like 20% of them, if you have certain skill to tell them the importance. But this part is like you have to understand why they didn't sterilize their dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah, so some of them is money, but they didn't agree to sterilize instantly because they're worried if you're a fraud or something.
Exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think people in Taiwan are very cautious of
Yeah,
people fraud, and if you show up to their door,
Yeah.
they'll just say like,
yes.
"No, thank you, no, thank you."
Yeah, so there are many factors. So
Yeah.
there are different ways to approach them. Yeah, and there will be like around, I think, 12%. They really resist it a lot. So we have to ask the government to help. Yeah,
Okay.
because the law says you have to sterilize your dog. Yeah.
So you can, issue them
Yeah.
notice saying, "Hey,
Yeah.
this is the law. You
Yeah.
actually have
Yeah.
to."
Yeah.
Oh goodness, that is so stressful. What have been some of the major accomplishments that Faith for Animals has made so far?
I think it's everything we did because we try to design the whole program, and we actually did it, and we did it in now it's the sixth city, like Taipei, New Taipei, Keelung, Taoyuan, and then Hsinchu, Miaoli. And each city, when we finish the project, we can see a decrease in population very obviously. Like in Taipei, the puppies in shelters are now just I think it's less than 100 per year. But before we do the project, it's more than 1,000.
Wow.
So it has decreased by, I think, nearly 90%. And in Taipei, also the complaints from people for stray dogs has decreased. Like, I think it's also 80%. I think
Wow.
before it's like nearly 5,000 complaints per year through the. They have a system you can call 1999 to complain for any public matters, And I think last year this number has dropped to 400. So 5,000 complaints to 400. Yeah. And like in New Taipei, we actually did a survey before the project and after the project. We did a population survey to see how many dogs out there. And the population decreased by, I think it's 48% within 7 years. Yeah, so we've been just repeat this program again and again in different places, and every time we see improvement. So I think this is like the most important accomplishment because we did it more than once, and then other cities can copy what we did. And if we could spread it in every city in Taiwan, then we can really solve the problem.
I did want to ask also why there's a specific focus on sterilizing female dogs.
Okay, this to answer this question, I think we must understand how this works. It's like female dogs are different from female cats. Female cats, they can decide who they want to mate. Yeah, but female dogs, they can't decide. So if there's one male dog around, then he could have puppies with her. Yeah, so they couldn't decide, they couldn't resist. And only if there are one male dogs, and I think he could just give like 100 or 1,000 female dogs to have puppies. It's very easy for them. If there is a school, okay, and if you have 10 females dogs inside and 10 male dogs inside, and let's imagine if we sterilize one female dog, any female dogs can produce 2 liters per year. So if you sterilize one female dogs, you have like 2 liters less than if you didn't do that. And if you sterilize maybe 4 female dogs, then you will have 8 liters less. But if you do it to male dogs, you could sterilize 1 male dogs, and until you sterilize 9 male dogs, it still says nothing. Yeah, because until you have to sterilize all of them, you have to sterilize all the 10 male dogs, and there could be no other male dogs coming in. Okay. Yeah, so it's like if you want to sterilize male dogs for that, it's like you have to do it all, and it's like impossible. So for male dogs, before you reach the 100% sterilization rate, whatever efforts you've been doing for sterilize them is like nothing. But for female dogs, each one you have 2 liters less than before. So it's quite a resource dependent decision. Yeah.
Okay. But regardless, you do sterilize all of the dogs that you can catch. Is that true?
We don't catch male dogs.
Really?
Yeah. We try not to.
Oh,
so
okay.
If a dog catcher bring back a male dog, everyone will laugh at her.
Really?
Yeah, because there might be some misjudgment before the catch. So
yeah, if it's from far away or if they have long fur or something, it's hard to tell. How do you tell?
We have different equipment.
Oh.
Yeah, we have like there are like baby monitors. Yeah, like people used to look at their babies, and we do use it to look at what dogs are inside our trap now. We do have our own traps, and it could be like a close-up remotely. And so we use a baby monitor to see who's inside. Before the catch, we'll have another kind of camera. That is, I think we call it like game camera. People are using it to look at the wildlife. So they could stay outside for like a week or 2. We do that to record all the dogs in that pack. So we will know how many female dogs there. We will know their looks. So
Wow.
when they're out on the mission, they don't actually have to look lower to see if this is a male or female. It takes too much time. They will know how many female dogs there and how they look like before they went out there.
Okay,
for the
I
mission,
didn't
yeah.
realize this takes so much just like pre-preparation.
Yeah, because we only want to catch the female dogs, and because the dogs are very smart. So if you don't try to accomplish the mission really cautiously, if you like scare them off, you might end up like catching them for 3 more years, 2 more years.
What?
Yeah, it could be. Some of the dogs we catch them for 2 years. Yeah, and the reason why is we might be the catcher did something wrong to make this animal become very, very like careful about us. Sometimes they might even recognize the voice of our trucks. So for the really smart ones, if you like catch some of her family for sterilization, and they will recognize the sound of the truck. So so in the future, if we want to catch this one, it's really difficult because when our trucks arrived, she just ran off.
Right.
Yeah.
So if you do catch them, you have to catch all of the females sort of in one
no,
go.
We have to catch the smartest first.
The smartest first.
Yeah, but
How
you
do
can
you
can tell it when you look at
Really?
the camera or when you interact with them. Yeah, you can know which ones are the smartest.
Fascinating. This is so much, it goes so much deeper than I realized.
Yeah, and it's quite different from cats because
Yeah.
cats, they have smaller heads and they really do have less intelligence. It's true.
Oh, no, say
Yeah,
that.
to catch them is much easier. Yeah, I think they don't learn from their experiences that
would
well.
say
Yeah, they
they
don't.
do. Well, it depends on the cat.
Yeah, some of them do, but most of them don't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my cat that I officially adopted, thank
Yeah.
goodness, and registered actually last week. She's been living with me for 3
Yeah.
years, over
Yeah.
3 years,
Yeah,
and because she was caught in one of those cages one time,
yeah.
she will never go in a cage ever again. And she won't go in they have some cat furniture where it's like a hole for the cat, and most cats enjoy
Yeah.
being in closed
Yeah.
spaces. It feels safe.
Mm.
She does not go anywhere near that.
Okay,
So-
then she's the smart ones.
So I
Yeah.
unsuccessfully tried to capture her for 3 years before I finally was successful. Oh my goodness, she's a little too smart for me, Thank you, Faith for Animals Director Otis Kuo, for joining us on Formosa Fauna. For more information about the organization, please visit Faith for Animals at faithforanimals.org.tw, which will be linked in the episode and podcast description on RTI.
Okay, thank you everyone for listening. Bye-bye.
Have anything you'd like to share about today's episode or something you've seen in the news recently? Send me an email at tristan@rti.org.tw. That is tristan@rti.org.tw. Making it to the end of an episode makes you a Formosa Fauna friend. See you next time for Formosa Fauna Fridays here on Radio Taiwan International.